Hello everyone, it's Brian. I'm here to talk about and review The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 8, the mid-season finale, The World Before. I actually really enjoyed this episode. It was amazing, although I did have some problems with it, but I'll explain them here. This episode was extended also. It's about 55 minutes long, so I'm gonna need to cover a lot of material. So the episode starts with a flashback of Alpha telling Dante how he'll sneak into Alexandria and cause, panic from inside and stuff. He pretends to need help from walkers, from some Alexandrians. He gets their attention, who are camped outside. I'm not sure why they're camped outside. That's a little bit weird. Like, is this a checkpoint? Are they hunting? Like, I don't know. I need an answer for that. If anyone knows, please write in the comments because that confused me a little bit. So they help him and they take him back to Alexandria. Dante, sneaks information inside a tree. He paints the Silence the Whisperers. We all thought it was like Gage in the Highwaymen survivors, but I guess it was Dante. So I did not see that coming. He even sabotages the water and he kills Grandma Cheryl with a pillow. And when I saw this, I couldn't wait to see him die. Like, Dante is not, a conflicted character, at least not entirely. Like, I think he's straight up evil. I mean, who kills an old, defenseless old lady? I mean, seriously. This guy is just the worst, and I couldn't wait to see what happened to him. But I'll get to that. We then get the present where Rosita catches Dante in Sadiq's house, but Dante tries to hide what he did, but I mean, fortunately it doesn't work. But Sadiq reanimates as a walker, and Dante takes out a knife and attacks Rosita. Rosita puts Coco in the bathtub, but unfortunately, as they're fighting, she's crying, and Sadiq walks towards her as a walker and is about to kill her, but luckily Sadiq stabs both Dante and then stabs Sadiq, killing him. We then get the intro sequence. Meanwhile, Aaron is talking to Gamma for some reason. He, I guess, still hasn't told the people of Alexandria that he saw Gamma poison their water supply. I don't know. That's still weird to me. Gamma says that she wants to see her nephew, the baby that Connie saved last year, but Aaron says that it depends on the information that she gives him. So yeah, it looks like Gamma is gonna turn to their side, and we'll see how that turns out. We find out from Gamma that her real name is Mary, so it's pretty interesting. The cracks are pretty much holes at this point. For her whisper self. The group is then interrogating Dante, except Daryl, who just punches him. And I was like, Daryl, do this 1,000 times, please. Anyway, Dante says that although he didn't, want to kill Sadiq, it's not what he planned. It does. He tells them that, there's no one is kind, not even them, because everyone is selfish and, they all want something, but that's not technically true. I mean, like, yes, they saved him, but they didn't know he was a doctor beforehand, like, or whatever. So yeah. So and Rosita gets mad and she just straight up kicks Dante and leaves. Aaron just shows up. Finally, he comes back, and Aaron tells Carol and Daryl that Gamma, well, or Mary, depending on how you see it, has told him where Alpha's hoard is, so they're gonna go and destroy it. And Daryl has a little bit of an argument with Carol about what happened with Lydia and how she doesn't want to be found. And also, Lydia doesn't appear in this episode, so yeah, we finally get to see Michonne and Judith after 3 episodes. So apparently it's been days, and they're still like almost at Oceanside, so that's a little bit weird. Judith is writing down their history, and she talks with Luke, and they all decide. Well, I mean, Luke pretty much urges it, but they decide to go to a library, and they're looking through books and stuff, gathering things, and all of a sudden Luke gets attacked by once again some ninja walkers, but he gets saved by this guy Virgil who shows up and he just runs, and they Michonne comes and Luke tells her what happened, and then eventually she Michonne gets, a message from the radio, and she finds out that Sadiq is dead. So yeah, Michonne probably is not happy that the guy that, her adopted son died for is also dead now. So yeah, Sadiq's dead, and the characters, aren't happy. They need to get to Oceanside now. Father Gabriel has a funeral service for Sadiq, and Eugene is actually in Alexandria now. He's back. He's there too, and Carol notices Ezekiel, and he mentions he can't believe that Sadiq is gone because he thought that Sadiq would be one of the survivors who will be around forever. Ezekiel, for some reason, doesn't tell Carol about, his condition, but it's probably gonna get revealed in the second half. Rosita is mad, so she goes outside to kill some walkers, by herself, but she gets kind of careless and almost gets bit. I really thought she got bit here, but I guess she doesn't, and Eugene, he saves her, and he talks about how he's sorry about what happened to Sadiq, and, gives his condolences. Gabriel is looking over Dante's old audition tape when he came to Alexandria. So apparently they do still have, the working cameras. So do you guys remember like last year when Judith said she was forgetting, Rick and Carl's voices, like how they talk like or what they sounded like. So I don't know. Can't you just watch them? I really hope that we get a scene where Judith is looking over Rick and Carl's tapes because that would be interesting. Anyways, Rosita talks to Father Gabriel about how she used to kill walkers pretty much with no problem because she wasn't really scared. She was okay with that, but now that Sadiq is dead, she's scared now because Coco will be an orphan if she's not careful. So that was interesting. Aaron is with Gracie, and they're naming like capitals on the license plate and stuff. They're just talking, and he talks about how like a Native American, village went missing centuries ago, and Gracie asks what happened to it, and Aaron says that he doesn't know. So I'm guessing it's like, a parallel with Alexandria. I guess Aaron is basically thinking about the future of Alexandria. Like, what if they just disappear off the map, kind of thing, without a trace? So anyway, I mean the scene it wasn't bad. I just, hope that's what it was implying. At Oceanside, Michonne tells Cindy and Rachel that Dante was a whisperer and that any new survivors that they come across could also be whisperers as well. The Oceanside, so the people of Oceanside catch Virgil, the guy from earlier, trying to steal one of their boats, and he's in trouble. And they mention like, well, I'll get to that later, but Luke tries to vouch for him, like help him, but Michonne thinks he could be a whisperer, it's paranoia and stuff. Suddenly, walkers show up, and as they kill the walkers, Michonne notices that Judith is gone. I like how when the walkers were spotted, Michonne immediately said like watch their hands because every walker and new person now could be a whisperer, so that's really cool. It's very consistent. Gabriel goes to Dante's cell, and Gabriel opens the door and says how him killing Sadiq will affect everyone forever. Dante says that humans, they don't deserve a second chance, but Gabriel says that, whether or not they do, they were given one anyways. And he just straight up stabs Dante, and then they fight a little bit, but he gets the upper hand and, sorry, he stabs Dante over and over again, killing him. I'm glad Dante is gone. He killed, Cheryl. He killed an old woman. So I mean, it's just that's very low. I don't think you can really get lower than that. He couldn't be trusted. He couldn't be redeemed. I don't think it just wouldn't work. At Oceanside, Virgil tries to escape, but Judith cuts his leg, stopping him, and Michonne shows up too. Rosita is holding Coco when she sees Gabriel leaving Dante's cell. Daryl and the others are heading to Alpha's horde, and we see that Daryl is going with his bike. And I just had a slight flaw with this. Like, why doesn't Daryl use a horse? It's just I get it. I get it. It's Daryl, but it's like, come on, Daryl. Use a horse like everyone else. Using that bike, it's just it just takes me out of the experience that Daryl still uses that bike. Plus, how do they even still have gas? I thought the sanctuary was the only place making the corn oil, and it fell like a long time ago. So I don't understand where he's getting the oil. But anyways, back on track. You know, they plan to take out the horde, but I wonder how they're planning on doing it exactly. Burning them, killing them. They meet up with Jerry and Magna's group from Hilltop. We get our healthy dose of Donnie and Daryl. He really needs to make, a move or something. I mean, I know they're busy, but he's got to really, just go for it, man. Because honestly, the fans, it's like, just get it over with. Anyways, it's nighttime, and Carol and Daryl, they enter the border for like probably like the fourth time. Daryl notices a trap that Carol almost steps into, and he takes care of it, and he talks to Carol about how she's still not really acting herself. They, hug, each other, which, just, reanimates the Daryl and Carol shippers. They're never going to stop. Just more fuel for them. Daryl says that Alpha, she's a dead woman, and he doesn't want Alpha to take their future away too. Like, so, yeah, I mean, I agree. This is a nice scene. And anyways, Rosita goes to Father Gabriel at this big fire where I'm guessing he's burning Dante's body or something. So I just didn't really get the scene, but I'm guessing that's what it is. Judith is watching over Virgil while she's reading a book, and she's not scared. He, tries to get free, but I like how Judith just does not care. She doesn't care. And Michonne asks if she can talk to him alone. Michonne, she wants information, and Virgil says that he left his family to go on a supply run and that he needs to get back to them, but, like, did he go alone? And, like, what supplies could he have found? It's almost 11 years in the apocalypse. Michonne asks where it is, and he mentions it's like an island. Anyways, Michonne goes to Judith and says that Virgil has weapons at this like naval place, like this naval island, and that she can get them and that they can end the war with the Whisperers. It's like 2 days away, if she takes him home. And she also says that it's like as like payment for the damage Virgil did, but what damage is she talking about? I don't know. That's a little bit weird. That didn't really make much sense to me. And if this is Michonne's like actual disappearance, like the last time she appears ever in the story, I'm gonna be a little bit disappointed because this just isn't Rick related. Like, is Michonne really gonna disappear forever just because she went on a small or a supply run? I don't know. So Daryl and the others arrive, but they don't see Alpha's horde anywhere, so they decide to leave. But as they're walking, Carol notices Alpha and immediately runs after her. And I was just like, wait, why didn't she just shoot her? Like, I mean, yeah, maybe a bit of a distance, but Carol could have, pulled out her bow and arrow and just, immediately shot Alpha. I don't know. I feel like that's just a little bit weird. Daryl and the others chase after her, but as they're chasing Carol, they all fall in a cave where they get trapped, and we see Alpha's horde is actually there, which I really like because I did not see this coming. I was really surprised by that, and then the episode just ended. So yeah, I mean, even though like it was an extended episode, I still just wanted so much more. I mean, we've had no battles with the Whispers, just like chasing and skirmishes maybe. And I think the Whisper War is just taking too long to start. That's one problem I have. I mean, I just wish it would start. We also didn't get the iconic scene with Negan and Alpha in this episode. Maybe it's going to be in episode 9, the mid-season premiere, but I don't know. I'm starting to doubt it a little bit. I wonder how long they're planning on dragging the Whispers. I liked what happened with Dante, like what Gabriel did to him. I was surprised by that because I thought they were either going to keep him in the cell or maybe they would hang him, but like I was surprised by that. And when the survivors fell in the cave with the horde, I mean that's a brilliant idea. I mean like putting characters in a situation like that, but we should see a death next episode, because I don't think all of them can get out of there no problem. That just wouldn't be realistic. Anyways, I believe that unfortunately Michonne is going to be gone forever now because the actress is leaving, and it has now been a handful of episodes, so I think she's gone. But like she went to get the weapons. Also, like she had like pretty much no goodbyes with anyone except Judith, kind of. And we still didn't get the scene from the trailer where Michonne is holding and pointing Lucille at someone who is on their knees. So it's probably just like a dream sequence or hallucination, because there's no way, Michonne took Lucille with her. So I think it's just a fake scene or something to, spark up hype in the trail from the trailer. So I really enjoyed this, first half, but it was really slow, and I think I enjoyed season nine's first half more. This probably won't be my last video this year, but videos will be light because I am going to be working part-time at Amazon now, and it's going to take a little bit of my time, but I should still, do videos. And if you guys want to see videos, certain videos, just let me know in the comments, any suggestions, any ideas. If you enjoyed my review, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you can, it really helps out, guys. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate all of you who've done it. I have 25 subscribers, and I get, around 3 to 4 likes in every video. So, well, every review, and I really appreciate that. So I want to thank all of you guys. Anyways, my reviews will be back next year in February when The Walking Dead Season 10 returns. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye.